up, pretty gang? It's your favorite nail tech Peaches, back with another video. Today I will be showing you how I got this abstract look. My client did have some reference photos. I don't have them with me, but I'm going to talk to you about how I got this look and how to use reference photos to create your own look. I thought these came out really cute. It's not my style, but I felt like this looked great on my client. I felt like it came out nice, clean, beautiful, all of that. Of course, before we get into it, you guys make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Follow me on Instagram, Nailsbyprettyface. I'm in Sacramento for those who want to book. And do not forget, in the description below, I have my links and coupon codes for you to save money, my Amazon storefront, and you can follow me on my personal page if you see fit, okay? What a fucking coincidence. It like fell off, hopped down, and it landed in perfect condition, except empty. Oh, fucking hell. And I just put tips in here too. Oh my god. Hello. So if you follow me on my nail page, you guys probably would have already seen on my story that all them freaking nail tips jumped out the box. I was so tired, I couldn't even do nothing but laugh, okay? So here is the color that we are using. Today is Narcos. This is a glow color. It glows pretty much the same color as you see it not glowing. I am using the one bead method because this is a medium solid colored background, and honestly it will save you so much time in your life if you learn how to structurally build a nail in one bead. I do have a very recent video on how I personally do this. Now, you can't just do a little bit of thin layer of acrylic and call it good. You guys can see the way that I'm shaping it. I'm shaping around the acrylic to create an apex as well as a structurally sound enhancement. So I will link that video somewhere in here for you guys. This is not going to be a full video on like how I do every single step, but I will be including some application, some filing, and shaping, just so you guys can kind of see the flow of the set and I can tell you a little bit about what we're thinking. Now, my client did give me an inspiration pic. She actually had a couple of them. She was inspired kind of by lowriders, you know, with the colors and not the nail art, but you know, the body art on the cars and things like that, if that's what you want to call it. So we kind of picked a general idea and ran with it. Of course, shaping and filing, I like to do the finished filing around the cuticle first. This is a Lux Pro drill, not polished, sent me about a month ago. I do have a very interesting review coming. I personally really like it. I would not say this is something that a beginner should go out and buy because it is $300, but if you do wish to go ahead and purchase, I do have my coupon code Peaches. It is linked below to the Not Polished website, okay? All right, so I like to do this, debulk the nail as much as possible, and then go in with my 80/80 grit file and basically finish up the shaping and make any adjustments. This will be in the giveaway package that I'm giving away. You guys, it is Saturday, no, excuse me. It is Monday, November 6th, 9 p.m. Today is the last day you have. You have a couple of hours to enter into the giveaway. So stay tuned to the end of this video for all the details. You can also find it on my Instagram story as the details are still up. Okay, so color choices, right? First of all, you guys know I only do nail art on top coated nails. If you have not tried it yet, because I know a lot of people do not, based on what they see on Instagram, I definitely say try it. It changed the game for me. I've been doing it for years now, and it's way smoother than on buffed nails. And when you need to, you know, correct a mistake with acetone, it will take it off, not just pretty much melt the polish into any little fine lines into the nail, okay? I'm also using the Not Polished nail art brushes. This is a fine art brush. I'm using the smaller side. I will be including some nail art brushes in the giveaway package. They will be the Beatles brand, but nonetheless, you will be using similar sizes to me. Now, with this particular look, what you guys are seeing is essentially some abstract art. The picture that we use for reference, I do not have it. I thought that I did somewhere in these clips, but it kind of emulated like some triangular shapes like this. I would say this is more so a wishbone shape, I guess you would say. Now, the important thing about doing nail art and recreating looks is you need to break it down in terms of how your brain will think about this look. For me, it helps to break things down into shapes and symmetrical things because that's how my brain works. So I go ahead and initially draw a rough outline of the shape. I know that it needs to be dead center, so I'm trying to get it as center as possible, and then I will go back in and thicken up the lines to my liking because I typically like a little bit of a thicker look. The picture was also on the thicker side, but I would say my lines might be just a little bit more bold. And then I go ahead and put right after the tip up there, you see I am widening it up there to make kind of like a shoulder, if you could say. And then I'm gonna go ahead and flip the hand around like I would during French tips to make sure it is as dead center as I can possibly get it. That is gonna make the whole look. If you do not up front get this nice and centered, it's gonna be thrown off because we have some other layers to do. Now initially when we did this, like the picture, the middle was colored in with like a different color, but you know, I was like, okay, well she didn't really mention that, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave the center blue and the outside blue. And she did mention she wanted it outlined in gold. Now the picture, this was only on maybe 1 or 2 fingers, and there's other things going on. We did it on 4 nails, and the thumbs I did like the 5 pointed stars, you know. So I just went ahead and was kind of playing with it back and forth until I got a shape that I felt like was okay. I also definitely recommend doing one step across one hand and then going in and doing the next step. That way on the second hand, you know what to do and how to improve it, and it will be way easier. So, woo, that was a whole lot of breath to say. Okay, I've already done this voiceover once, and Final Cut Pro just pretty much randomly exited, so I'm back doing it again. So, besides that, what's really going to help you with abstract looks is to keep in mind it is called abstract for a reason. I'm going to be honest, whoever's look this kind of was, I don't think there was any necessarily rhyme or reason to it. I think they kind of just went with the flow, or maybe they had a picture, I don't know. But I just you take it upon yourself to make this look like what will look like your work. Okay, so I'm going on the outside with the gold, and I am keeping to the shape. Right, it's hard to see the gold, I know. This is just a random gold gel polish that I have, and so I decided I don't want to outline it as thick, which that's going to be your preference. You and your client need to discuss. I personally did ask her if she wanted the inside outline. She said no, just the outside, and I feel like that was a great choice. Your client should be able to trust any little adjustments that you make based on their style as well. That's going to play a part. Because this is a regular of mine, she's been coming to me for years now. We've kind of stumbled upon what is her actual style. She tends to lean towards more funkier and abstract prints, as well as monochromatic looks. And so with that, I pretty much knew that, you know, she would probably only want the gold on the outside to use it just as like a pop. And I was fine with that. I was pretty happy with how it was coming out. Now, in the videos in the beginning, you see the middle is colored blue. I did not know that she was going to want another layer of blue, but I felt like that was a great choice. You kind of have to like baby step it to see what is the client's input, like if they give any extra input, or sometimes they will ask you, what do you think? Give your honest opinion. There's nothing wrong with saying, oh, I don't think that would look the best, but if that's what you like, I'll do it for you. This is my recommendation. You know, this is not necessarily my style, but I understand the style, and I feel like this would look best. They are going to take an honest recommendation. At least they will consider it before they make a final choice. So just keep that in mind. So at the end, she was like, oh, you know, is there one more blue that we can add? I'm like, do you want it colored in the center or just outline? And she said outline. And I thought that was a great choice because the dark blue really gives it a really nice look. So for outlining the inside, I kind of just went on both sides of the light blue, trying to keep it as even as possible. And at the top, you can see I kind of rounded out a little bit because I wanted to make sure that the inside followed a similar shape as what we had before and make it more like arch-like and less V-like, if that makes sense. So as I did this part right here, I was like, this is so freaking cute. And she was like, I love this. I was like, I do too. Actually, people had asked, I think my boyfriend had asked, he's like, oh, is this based off the whole evil eye thing? I was like, you know what? It's not, but that's not a bad way to look at it, I guess, because there are people that are kind of into that type of color palette, which honestly, I think this is a really nice color palette. I am actually really fond of monochromatic looks, especially nail art. That's kind of my thing. And these blues are just super duper beautiful. I do have some coupon codes to the colors that I have used. You guys can get a discount at Madam Glam, as well as LA Colors Nails. My mind is blanking. Everything's in the description. So for this part, this was the easiest part. Very quick, very easy. But you do want to make sure that everything is nice and even and centered, you're gonna have to keep checking up on that. I was not confident over previous years. I was not the most confident with nail art, but if you guys have been following my journey and watching my videos, then you would know that at this stage I'm pretty confident. I'm not really drawing a lot of cartoon characters or anything like that. That would be really cool. I'm trying to work on my nail art and stuff, but I've noticed that upgrading to better quality polishes, or just figuring out what type of texture of polishes that you like, figuring out what type of brushes that you like. It doesn't have to be the most highest end, but it needs to be something that you enjoy working with. And I'm going to tell you right now, once you figure out those things, your nail art journey is going to go way better. I used to could not stand working with nail art. I would tell people like, I don't really do that. My lines maybe be wobbly, polishes too thin, all of those things like that. So don't get discouraged if you're not the best at it. It just takes practice, and you have to be open to trying. I always tell my clients, hey, yeah, I'm definitely open to doing that look. Keep in mind, it may not come out exactly how you picture. So if I look at you and you look at me and I'm like, girl, or you're like, ooh, girl, we'll take it off. And if you're okay with the base, that'll be fine. Now, as far as cleanup brushes, this is really important. This is a not polished cleanup brush, but I personally like any super duper flat brush or brushes that are made to like do gel. That's what I use for cleanup brushes. Okay, I get asked that all the time. Those are what I use. Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this look. Here is the final look once again. I felt like this came out super duper cute, super duper different. Now I'm going to give you one more chance to enter the giveaway, you guys. The only thing you need to do, number one, follow me on both of my Instagram pages. Number two, subscribe on YouTube and turn on the notifications. Number three, you're going to take screenshots of all of that as evidence and put it, there's 3 screenshots you need, on your Instagram with the caption to tell me why you watch my channel. Don't forget to tag me. You guys, today is the last day to enter. I will be announcing the giveaway winner tomorrow. I really enjoy doing this video for you guys. I enjoy making this content. I hope you guys enjoy me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.